It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and S3, and this is another installment of the Culinary Hotline. Blink!
Ting, ting, ting!
That's how you do it. From now on, that's how you ting. Anyway, we are joined by one of our favorite chefs, Chef Clem. And if you have any questions on all things in the kitchen, all you need to do is get some help. I mean, we've got this guy, he's a foodie, he's a professional. 021 110 5552. The phone will ring and we will answer. Simple as that. So, Chef Clem.
Yes.
I know that you have been working, you've been cooking on some really sort of great solutions. And we may have our first one very, very soon. We have to wait for the phone to ring and then we can actually make it happen. All right.
Okay,
So,
let's
just wait for it. I'm going to wait for it. Let's see if it happens. It might be. Oh, you see, I called it. Excuse me. Culinary Hotline, bling, ting, ting, ting. Call Wasty speaking. How can I help you? Hi, Gabby Lee. Are you good? Okay, no problem. Your airtime ran out. It's fine. Don't worry. I got you covered. Right. So, Gabby actually messaged me. She actually sent a bit of a voicemail. I got it. It's fine. Gabby Lee from Kaibecha wants to know a recipe for cinnamon buns. Now, this is a tough one. It's a struggle. Everybody needs to make cinnamon buns in their own home. And you have the key, my friend. Give us the dough.
So what I did was I cheated.
Okay,
I
never
phoned
mind.
a friend.
All right, did you? Which friend?
I called a friend, Erin's Bakery. Okay, and
Okay.
Erin's got a killer recipe for cinnamon buns. I was like, you know what? She's a viewer of the show and she's got something to contribute. Why don't I give her a little chance to like showcase her recipe?
Cool.
And it's this. It's delicious. It's so easy to make. You can cheat even further.
Yes.
You can buy the bread, but today we can actually make it from scratch.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Talk to
Super
me.
easy. It starts up with flour. All-purpose flour, cake flour, bread flour. I'm not going to be fussy and be like, you must use cake flour. Just use the flour.
Use the flour. Also, another thing, if you perhaps are not of the means to have a fancy mixer, could you do this by hand?
You should do this by hand.
Okay, cool. I just wanted
You
to know.
should do this by hand.
Thank you.
Today's just, you know, it's just, I'm just,
Yes. Are you showing off a little bit?
I am.
Okay, that's fine.
So, the flour goes in, then we're going to go with sugar. Sugar
Great.
goes in. And salt. Okay, even though it's a sweet dish, a little bit of salt. Always with your baking, you have to,
Yes.
okay? And this dough actually makes a killer pizza. It makes bread.
All right.
It makes everything like little buns, hot dog buns, burger buns.
Okay.
It's just it's an all-purpose bread dough that you should know how to make because it just saves you every single time.
Perfect.
What I did was I took some yeast and I added a little bit of the sugar to the yeast and added a little bit of water to it.
And you activated it, didn't you?
Activated it.
Yes.
They got to know each other.
Indeed,
things
they
started
do.
happening. Things started growing. It's looking foamy.
That's right.
It's
Can I
smelling.
smell? Like,
yeasty.
yes, it is.
Right?
It smells yeasty. It's almost got like a beery, bready type of thing going on, that beautiful fermentation-esque type of vibes happening there. And of course, that is going to just flow. It's basically the DJ at the party, which is your mixer, isn't it?
Right.
The fermentation of that yeast doing its thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Then a little
Right.
bit of oil just to help everything come together a little bit. Also, you don't have to activate your yeast, but the thing about activating your yeast is it gets things going a little quicker, you know?
It does indeed.
Okay.
And you want it, that's what I'm saying, it's the DJ at the
It's the
mixer
DJ.
party. So now we go, and then the music plays, and suddenly you're just hearing that, and you're doing a slow spin. If you do have a mixer, you're going with a slow cycle there, right? Something
Right.
a little bit slower.
Only because I don't want the flour to go everywhere.
All right.
So once you get it all mixed, you can turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Let the machine do all the work.
Indeed.
If you don't have a machine like this, you're going to do it by hand. And you're going to need it for about 8 to 10 minutes. Because you want a dough that's super stretchy, super
Yeah.
elastic. You want to develop those glutens, and that's exactly what you want. We got one over here. So let me just, you can stay here. Right. Here's our
Magic
dough.
of TV. Didn't you do that now? How long did it take to prove this? What, is that overnight?
Well, in summer,
Yeah.
45 minutes, you're good.
Okay.
Winter, it's a little colder. It's going to take about an hour to an hour 15 minutes.
Do you do the whole blanket thing on top?
I do the
Okay,
little
cool.
blanket thing, put it to sleep, let it catch a nap. It's going to start rising. Don't put a time on how long it should prove, because people are like, okay, half an hour should be done. Let it actually double in size. Let it swell up. You want to see that. Then you
Great.
just punch it down.
Oh, my.
Let it go down.
So it's a nice way of actually getting out a little bit of aggression.
A little
If you
bit.
have some of that for
Little
like
bit.
a long day. it's
JP
fine.
Sebastian's wearing the same shirt as me today. Why?
Oh, no.
Why?
How?
Why didn't we see this?
Yes, I'm sorry.
JP Sebastian. Yes. What's up? Same shirt as me.
JP, can you just stand next to Chef Clem very quickly? I know, I want to see something. Just let me just shift out of this. Okay.
I'm going to turn like a rotisserie chicken for you. if that
Thank you.
helps.
That's so culinary of you.
Visualize it more.
Oh, look at that.
Should I leave now? I'm out.
You guys look amazing.
Why did this happen?
Yeah. I honestly just wanted to see him in the kitchen. He's brilliant. You should
I've
be
never
back
seen
here.
JP in the kitchen.
No, that's why I brought him in.
I think we should do, something
We should do
happening
the movie Burnt and then do a recipe from the movie Burnt
at the same
in the
time.
kitchen with you. Why not?
Or when
Yeah.
he does any other movie review, I should cook a dish inspired.
Okay, we got it. This is how we do it. We make content on the fly here in Expresso. Bah, just
That's how
like
we do.
that. Right, give me that dough.
So I'm going to start rolling out the dough. While I'm doing that, I need you to make the cinnamon paste that goes in between the spirals.
Did you say cinnamon paste?
Cinnamon
so
paste.
you're asking Mr. Wasty to do the pasty?
Wasty, please do the pasty.
I knew you would say that. I'm excited.
Okay,
All right, let's do
I've
it.
got some softened butter for you. I don't
Thank
play
you.
around. I always do salted. I don't get the unsalted butter thing. I know there's a reason for it, but you're going to add salt within it because you want to add salt to bring out the flavor.
Okay.
Salted butter is nice and softened. Again, if it is wind and it's nice and hard, 10 seconds in the microwave, no longer than that.
Great.
Sugar, cinnamon, done.
Is that all you need?
Yeah.
10
So-
seconds in the mic. Wow.
10 seconds might just to soften that butter.
Beautiful.
I don't want you
Okay.
to work too hard.
So-
you can add the sugar to it.
All of it, sir. Are you
of it.
sure? Looks
You know
like
what?
a lot of sugar.
Okay, then maybe
Can I-
keep back a little bit just
Can I
because
just,
you...
yeah, I just want to make sure that,
Okay,
and
you're
then
gonna-
that's cinnamon, right?
Right. Cinnamon and all the cinnamon. I don't feel like people add enough cinnamon to their cinnamon sugar.
That's it. I just think, let me just use one of these. Actually, I want to use a spoon here. I like using a spoon. I can
I like
cut
it,
it
I
up
like
and do
it.
it. And then
Then-
obviously the texture of the sugar is now breaking down that butter along with the cinnamon. And I'm smelling this, and it's
Right,
smelling
right.
absolutely gorgeous, chef. Wow. Okay, so what do you do with it? You're actually cutting the dough.
Because it's gonna work with the half of the dough for now.
That's-
okay.
wow.
Just because of space-wise, just wanna.
I got
keep
you.
things tidy. So you don't only have to make sweet cinnamon or sweet buns, spiral buns.
Okay.
You can make it savory. I think you like pesto in there, a little bit of mozzarella in there. That can be your filling. Then instead of doing frosting on the top, you can do like a sour cream and chive.
Oh,
frosting
yes,
over the
please.
top. Guys,
Yes, please.
Every year, winter, I'm like, this is the winter. I'm gonna eat healthy. Gonna just stay in the gym, but then the food just comes through and I get inspired.
It's
and
the
this-
winter thing, isn't it? Like winter just does that to you. And that's cool because I feel like that comfort, that spending time indoors with that immediate family, staying safe.
Staying
These are the
safe.
recipes that help us know that the home is a place where you can stay, you can entertain yourself with cinnamon buns.
Right.
And the culinary hotline bling.
Why
It's one of those
leave?
things.
Why
yeah.
leave home?
Yeah. Who does that anyway?
Right.
So what I'll do, Chef, I think what we need is a bit more microwave on this to make that paste. So
Do you
we'll
want
do
to?
that during the break. But of course, if you want to get any of the recipes that we do here, thanks a lot to Gabby Lee from Klebecha to sending through the inquiry. We're going to be working on this. And then, of course, if you want the recipe, go to expressoshow.com. It's there for you. And trust me, it is something that you need to try. As Chef Clem mentioned, staying at home can be fun, especially when you have these culinary delights. You and your family, what more do you need? More of your inquiries coming through on 021 110 5552 just after the break. So don't go anywhere as we start smearing this beautiful paste. Is that okay?
It is good. It's very good. Well done.
Thank you. I tried my best there. It looked a bit stiff. Expressoshow.com. Get the recipe. We'll chat to you in a couple of seconds. Looks good, Chef Clem.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3, and we are back with the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting! That's the energy that I want in the morning. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, Chef Clem has been helping through cinnamon buns, which is great. I learned some stuff about dough. We were making that dough, that paper money, and I'm just kidding. But it was fantastic, and you answered it so beautifully. We are now at a sort of time where this would go in a little earlier to the cinnamon buns. We've proved the dough. We've done the thing. We've smeared the paste with
We've rolled
safety.
it, sliced
Rolled,
it,
sliced,
put it in. It's
da.
risen. Okay,
Bah.
baked it. Simple icing. It's milk, icing, sugar, vanilla. Drizzle,
Okay.
drizzle, and it's done.
Ooh, I got another call. While you're finishing that up, let's just answer this one very quickly. Culinary Hotline Bling. Carl speaking. How can I help you?
Good morning, Carl. Good morning. I have a question for Chef Clem.
You know what?
My
What is your name,
capital-
ma'am?
Oh, sorry, I'm Sandra February.
Sandra Are you
February.
the Sandra? Hold on, putting the phone down now. I'm going to get you on speaker. Are you the Sandra February?
That was standing right here.
You were in our
Right
kitchen.
here.
Sandra!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my word. Okay, Chef Tim, you need to listen to Sandra, please. One of our favorites. Sure. Okay, ready for you.
Oh, yes. When I make my homemade sausage rolls with the pasta, it doesn't come like pasta. It just comes out like a layer. How do I make it feel like you get in the shop?
Did you hear? Did you hear
Not
that?
flaky.
Something about a sausage going pop.
I just heard pop. I heard pop. Why don't you repeat that one more time for Chef Clem? His ears are just filled with culinary delights.
Okay, when I make my homemade sausage rolls, it doesn't come out flat when I use the puff pastry.
Got it.
So
Got
how
you,
do I
got
make
you.
it come
Got
out
it.
flaky?
Woo! I was worried about that
Yes.
question. Got you. Okay,
Right.
the thing about puff pastry not going puffy
Yes,
and flaky
it's good to
and
do that.
rising, it's all about temperature. So puff pastry's got the layers of the dough and the butter. Very
Yeah.
important when you work a puff pastry, it needs to be very, very cold, or as cold as possible.
Okay, cool.
Okay? When you keep it nice and cold, you keep those layers of the butter. As soon as it starts getting warm, the butter starts melting, and then it doesn't give you that rise, it doesn't give you that puff that you're supposed to get from
Yes.
puff pastry. Whenever you work with puff pastry, keep it nice and cold, then roll it out. Before you put the sausage rolls into the oven, put them in the fridge first. Let them get cold in the fridge again to set that butter up. Then,
Okay.
sausage rolls should be baked at 200 degrees Celsius. Reason for that is that high heat releases the moisture in the butter. The butter causes that the layer to separate. You get the puff, you get the crispiness. So the fridge is your best friend when it comes to sausage rolls and high heat, 200 degrees Celsius. Sandra, baby, thank you so much for calling us. We miss you in the studio.
Wow.
It's been a while. You should come back again.
Did you
Yeah.
get all of that? I just want to make sure, or do we need to WhatsApp you later?
You can WhatsApp me later as well. But the other question, could I make it with phyllo pastry as well?
Philo?
You can. You
Yes.
can. You can.
Yes.
You can.
Okay.
Yes, okay. I know how to work with the phyllo, so that's cool.
Perfect.
Thank you, Sandra.
Okay, if you want any more
Sandra.
details, we'll WhatsApp you later. By the way, you should drop that whisk. That was an amazing explanation. Just drop the whisk. You know you want to.
Oh, I should.
Just drops whisk. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you very much. You're amazing. Okay, cool. Now, we've got some more things coming up for you.
Please tell me.
Okay, I've got actually a conundrum over here. I got this message saying, Ntlantla. Ntlantla says, "Hi, Chef Clem. Any recipe for pancakes? My son loves them, so I know how to bake different cookies, but pancakes, no, my son keeps on asking me to help, but this person needs help. Can we help Ntlantla with pancakes?
I can totally help
Panna
you.
cook,
You
let's
see,
go.
I wasn't sure if she wanted crepes or flapjacks, so we're going to do both.
Are you flexing again? I feel like you're flexing. He's flexing, it's okay.
Okay.
He does this sometimes.
I'm going to put you
All
on
right.
the crepe.
Oh,
Okay?
really?
Yes. I'm going to do the flapjack.
Okay.
Super simple. Flour, butter, eggs, milk. What I do is I just like do a cup of flour.
Yeah.
And then 3/4 cup of milk. Boom. 1 egg in butter. So I've kind of changed the ratios now, but it's a simple recipe. Once you get one recipe down, you'll just memorize it and it's there for life.
Is this one of the things that you don't want to overwork it? You want it to go lighter? You want
what
to
do you need
fold?
to do? You can mix it through till there's no more lumps.
Okay, cool.
And your butter helps you with that. So you can literally just bring it all together. I'm going to pick up the whisking because you're going to need that.
Okay, there
you
we
can
go.
start whisking that for me.
And I must do was, do you want to create a well in the middle of the flour?
You just...
I love doing the well.
Yes.
Okay.
Well.
Well.
I'm going to do the flapjacks, okay?
Love
Because I
flapjacks.
wasn't sure which one she wanted. So what
Okay.
I've done is I've got flour, almost the same recipe. The difference is I've separated my eggs. And I've whipped up my egg whites, okay? So
Perfect.
in here, I've got the egg yolks. And then I've got some salt. Again, we always cook with salt. Okay, it's important. I like what you're doing that. Sugar goes in.
Yes.
Then baking powder goes baked. I want a little bit more of that lift. I wonder
You
why
want the
Carl's
lift.
smiling. I feel like I missed it.
No, you didn't miss anything. I'm just saying that you actually lift my spirits sometimes when you're doing
You
this as
are
well.
the leavening agent
Am I really?
to my
Oh
soul.
my, this
You're the
beautiful.
yeast to my dough.
Oh, stop it. You
the,
are my
the,
flour to my power.
the rise to my sun.
It's almost there.
sunrise.
Come on now.
Okay, sorry, I'm gonna rush.
Honestly, your butter just made me flutter. Right, okay, cool. We're good.
Okay.
Butter goes in as well, chef.
Yes, please.
Got you covered.
Oh. I meant the melted butter. You know what? This is live TV. Yes, it goes in.
I'm
Okay.
taking it out. I'm
No,
taking it out.
can you? Okay, keep
Yeah,
it a little
of
bit. I'll
course
tell
I
you why. So, okay, going to mix it up.
Got you
You're doing
covered.
You're doing a good job. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm trying my best here.
you're doing it.
I don't
I'm
wanna
gonna come
do
meet
too-
you in the middle just so we
Okay.
can kind of like see what's going on. So at the moment, we should end up with a dough, a batter that looks kind of the same. Okay? This is,
How's your whisking?
whisking is good.
Hey, how's your whisking?
You gotta bite your bottom lip when you do it. Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, cool.
My lips getting sore.
Then,
Okay, cool. Woo.
so what you
Sure.
can do is,
Yes.
that did very good. And you said a bad word. It's so good.
Yeah.
You can actually pour that into your pan over here.
Do you like this, chef? I just want to make sure that the batter is good.
Who made the better batter?
Who made the better batter? And
You
who's
did.
going to be flattering about the battering?
Wow.
That's
okay.
important.
Okay. Whose flapjack's going to be a flop? Whose pancake's going to be a...
Why is this a competition all of a sudden? I thought we were
it's not.
helping
Okay.
Ntantla.
So what you can do is,
Right.
I've sprayed your pan with a bit of non-stick.
Thank
spray,
you.
Okay.
I'm ready for you.
A little bit of your butter, just to be really sure that
Okay.
it's not going to stick.
Thank you.
What
Also, that has flour on it because
It's
of a
fine.
step that you forgot to tell me, but
I'm
it's
sorry,
fine.
friend,
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
You can pop that in there.
Okay, I'm
you're
ready.
gonna do is you're going to do this. Do you know how to swirl?
To swirl
Do you know
my
how to
hair.
swirl?
Can swirl my hair, yes.
Okay, so...
Oh, but you mean swirl the actual...
Yes.
Great, I can try my best.
So what you're going to do is you're going to add some batter to the pan and then swirl the pan. But you're ready. You can go, you can go, you can
Can
go.
I go? So I'm going to do a little bit.
Yes.
And then start with my swirl.
While you're doing
That's
that,
it.
I'm
Start
going
with
to
the
add my
swirl.
egg whites to my batter, and that's going to give us that area. You could add a little more batter, but you got the
Okay.
right idea. You don't want to add too much. You're not making a cake.
Indeed. And I want to make
You
it
know what?
thin and beautiful.
Yes.
That's what I want to do. I just want to make sure that the swirl is good. That's it.
Are we allowed to talk about the, yes? No, not
We
now.
can do,
Not
I mean,
now.
not at the moment,
Not
because we're
now.
working with food. You don't want
We
to
are,
do too
we
much of
are.
the swirling here.
Sometimes
but I will
it's
just.
good to keep all the hair in
That's
while
it.
you're cooking.
That's important. That's why we wear hairnets.
We do, we
That's
do.
Good. Are you folding in?
I want to add that airiness to the flapjack.
What?
So the egg whites
crazy.
get whipped up. So I'm using the same ingredients you used for your flap, for your...
That's what I need.
No, because you should be able to tap it.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh.
you see what I'm saying? But I would let it cook for a little bit just to get a little bit of color around the sides
I
of
like
your...
that. Look at that. You're welcome.
It looks beautiful. Well done. I don't know how those omas do it at the carnivals. They knock out like 250 like in a
Exactly.
minute.
And you know, and they do it so effortlessly. I know that if you need any more help, Chef Clem is always here for you. We're going to try and hit that flapjack very quickly.
Let me get out of your way because I want to see this flip.
What do you mean?
You're going to flip it?
I'm going to try my best. It's probably going to flop, but I'm going to try it.
Yes! Well done, well done,
There we
well
go.
done. Like it.
Thank
so,
you.
I'm gonna get a little browner, okay?
Okay.
Little browner. I've added my batter to the pan. Now, what I'm looking for are little bubbles, okay?
Perfect.
The bubbles tell me that the underside is cooked enough and ready for me to turn it over.
All right.
So I don't go on a very high heat, okay? Medium heat. You don't want to burn your flapjacks or your pancakes. This is a nice one. You know they say your first pancake's always a bit of a flop? I disagree. You've done a good one.
Thank
I
you
really
very
like
much.
it.
I try my best here, Chef, and I know that if you want to get any more help, you can go to expressoshow.com. And in Tlantla, thank you so much for your inquiry as to how we do the pancake and flapjack thing. We wanted to make sure that we do a nice array of it. While these finish off, remember, if you have any more assistance needed, then 021 110 5552. But this is an array of pancakes we made a little earlier, as well as our cinnamon buns. So thanks a lot for being a part of Culinary Hotline. Bling, ting, ting, ting! Back again soon on Expresso here on S3. Can I have one of these?
Oh, you can have it all.
Thank you. Taking one of that.